finally breaks, we will go back to Wessex and claim the land the King Egbert promised us. You know that was always my dream.
I feel my blood warming. I want to fight. I want to raid.
Why do you want to fight? What are you fighting for?
That.
What do you see?
Power. The power of a king.
Power is always dangerous. It attracts the worst and corrupts the best. I never asked for power. Power is only given to those who are prepared to lower themselves to pick it up.
Guys, the NOAA has just declared that today, June 24th, 2025, has been one of the hottest days in history. Yeah, I'm talking about there were triple digits across the whole board. We're talking Kentucky heat so bad that people are finding out they can't even lay out in the sun anymore.
Say a prayer for this sunburn because I fell asleep today in the sun for 2 hours and the UV was at a solid 10. And at this point, I'm afraid I have sun poisoning, so.
What kind of solar energy are we dealing with here, y'all? Because people literally feel like they're on fire internally, like they're burning from the inside out.
I feel like I'm on fire. In New Jersey, look at the sunshine off my forehead. This is not normal. We went from rain, sleet, snow to 105 degrees in 4 days. I'm done. If it goes over 100 today, I'm moving. I'm not kidding. I'll move. Yeah, I don't even know. I'll take a cruise. I'm done.
The heat is making him delusional.
The Duke don't give a fuck. Look at him.
People are also starting to question their sunscreens because they're finding out they're not working no more, or either that or the sun's on a whole nother level.
What the fuck is the point of sunscreen? Like, this is what happens when you romanticize the beach and forget that the sun is a nuclear weapon. Please don't ask me if it was waterproof, because yes, it was. And so was the Titanic. Look how that ended. I felt like I was sleeping on burlap last night. Woke up to blisters on the back of my calves. I didn't miss a single spot. It's evenly red, which makes it worse because my entire body said no in unison. I don't know if the sunscreen was expired or if I'm just genetically designed to suffer, but it did nothing.
I didn't know if you guys know this, but did you know that sunscreen turns black under UV light? Check this out.
I've got no sunscreen on my face. I'm going to do 2 fingers because y'all got mad at me last time when I wasn't doing 2 full fingers, so. Oh. I don't understand this sunscreen. It literally feels like lotion.
Y'all see that? That's crazy, y'all. So is that the definition of blackface? So are they still committing blackface around? Like, because the sun sees them as black. So that's crazy, man. Blackface is still going around and we had no idea. Now it's getting so bad to the point that people are thinking that the sunscreen is expired or not safe anymore. But yes, y'all, be telling y'all, the shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
And I heard another out of the altar say, even so, Lord power almighty, true and righteous are thy judgments. And the 4th angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. All praises, glory, honor, and fear unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Baharakah, Kodash. Big shalom salute to all the warriors standing upon their watch, standing up with great boldness in the face of those that have afflicted us and they make no account of our labors. And a mighty shalom to also the believers, the women, the helps, those that are comforting, right, and nourishing and being a nurse to the children of Israel. The elect, 144,000, the house of David, 12,000 from each tribe. So you see what's going on in these last days. They call it climate change, right? But really, it's the Lord changing this world. He's judging it. He's given the green light to these angels that are pouring out these vials of his plagues, his punishments and judgments for them not repenting, not submitting to the word of God, not understanding his law, not fulfilling his law, not believing on the doctrine, not believing on us of whom he has sent in these last days. He Lord said, I sent the apostles last as we're appointed to death. We're last. We are considered last. Last thought of, we're the last in, we're the last, you know what I'm saying? But we're first. We're always making us first. The head of, just like the Lord said, is become the head chief of the corner, Yahushua, and that's what we have. So this is all prophecy. All right, so the Lord, he's judging our people, right? And if you're elect, right, he's going to chastise you. He's not going to give you over into death or condemnation, but he's going to chastise you so that you come back to him, you serve him, you keep him as your priority. Jonah 4:8. And it came to pass when the sun did arise, that God prepared a vehement east wind, and the sun beat upon the head of Jonah, that he fainted and wished in himself to die, and said, it is better for me to die than to live. And God said to Jonah, doest thou well to be angry for the gourd? And he said, I do well to be angry, even unto death. Then said the Lord, thou hast had pity on the gourd, for the which thou hast not labored, neither madest it grow, which came up in a night, and perished in a night. And shall not I spare Nineveh, that great city, wherein are more than 64,000 persons, and cannot discern between their right hand and their left hand, and also much cattle? You see, so there's still more work to be done. And this is why the Lord said, pray that the Lord sends out more laborers, because the harvest is plentiful, but those that are really doing the labor of love and doing the work honestly and authentically and genuinely is very scarce in these last days. Right? Planting the seed, which is the word of God, the unadulterated, the truth of all these scriptures, the prophecies, right? The commandments and so on and so forth. So Jonah, right? The sun hit on his head. He fainted. He wanted to die. You see? But you have to endure unto the end. Lord said, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small, so you have to strengthen yourself. You gotta understand what the will of the Lord is. He's in control. He's in control of time. He has the last say of when this happens or when that happens. All right? We've been in the beginning of sorrows, because we've been given this wisdom. And with wisdom, what increases? Sorrow increases. We didn't just get this wisdom. We've been cultivating this wisdom for a long, long time. The Lord said, those that are wise shall shine like stars of heaven in Daniel 12. So this is what you have taken place. Matthew 13 and verse 6, and when the sun was up, they were scorched. And because they had no root, they withered away. Read that again, Matthew 13:6. And when the sun was up, they were scorched. And because they had no root, they withered away. What do you have to be rooted in? You have to be rooted in the word, in the prophecies, in the spirit. All right? That word for root.
Strong's G, 4491, Chridza.
It says, right, short for English race, right? It says metaphoric offspring, progeny, right? The offspring of the children of Israel. The salvation is of the Jews, right? The root. Now let's get another precept on this. Lord said being rooted in truth. You have to be planted. Lord said those that are not planted in the Father's vineyard shall be plucked out. So another thing about, the parable of the wheat and tares, if you ever done yard work, you'll notice that a lot of times the tares, they camouflage inside the plant. So they make it seem like they're a part of it, but they're not. They'll cling on to another twig of the real vine. You know what I'm saying? And you have to you really have to seek it out. You know what I'm saying? And get deep in it and pull it out. And be careful you don't pull out the good plant. It's heavy, and that's the same way how it is with in today's time. You know what I'm saying? You have some of the elect that are still amongst the world. You know, that's why the angel said, let them both grow together until the end. And then pluck up. Then you'll know who's who and who. But it's imperative too, if you're a wheat, right, to be doing your best to get away from tares. You want to be in the middle of tares, and then you have a higher possibility of becoming a tare or being plucked up with the tares. Heavy. So let's go to Colossians 2:7, rooted and built up in him, established in the faith as they have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Right, giving thanks to the Lord, glorifying his name, preaching his truth, showing our brother the truth in the way, you know, rebuking him out of love, not out of hate or grudge. You know, we admonish and correct because we want our brothers to be strong and mighty and straight and powerful, you know, in God. We want them to be the best of their potential because we are our forefathers. We're going to lead our nation out of this misery, out of this hell, out of this second death, out of this Babylon the Great, out of this whore, right? Out of this matrix. Ephesians 3:17, that Yahushua may dwell in your hearts by faith, that you show your faith through your works, what you do, your actions, when no one's looking. Only when the Lord is looking, the Lord sees that. And the Lord said, when you do something in private, he's going to reward you openly. So it's all about that inner work. It says being rooted and grounded in love, right? In love. And it's heavy because like this world doesn't tell you to do like inner work. It tells you to do outer work. Go outside the house. Go here, go there, and do work here, and do this for this person and for this company, and do this and do that. But when it comes to doing inner work, they try to distract you by all means from that. And that's the way out is within. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Right? Proverbs 22:22, but the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, the 2/3, the Edomites, the heathens that don't repent, that don't submit, right? And the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. See, rooted out. So Matthew 15:13, but he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up. You see that? Shall be rooted up, meaning taken away from the Lord's garden. Heavy. Song of Solomon 2:12, the flowers appear on the earth. The time of the singing of the birds is come, right? The angels, the new song. The time to sing praise to the Lord. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says, and the voice of the turtle is heard in our land. See, because it takes a turtle a long time. It takes some turtles a good time to get to where they're trying to get to. You know, but they're persistent and they live long and they'll get there. And they have their shell, you know what I'm saying? And they get there. You see, and that's what we have. We have all the time in the world, but this world doesn't have all the time in the world. Esau's time is limited. He knows his time is short. So another part of our spiritual power is just slowing down. It doesn't mean we're lazy and not doing nothing. It just means sit down for a second, meditate, pray. That's gonna move way more mountains than you trying to do with your own might or your own power. Lord said, not by might, not by power, but by his what? By his spirit, his mind, his heart, his law, written on our hearts. It says, the fig tree putteth forth her green figs, and the vines with the tender grape give a good smell, right? That's the sweet smell and savor, this new doctrine, this new covenant, this truth. It says, arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. See, come away, arise up. Come away, let's leave, let's go. Oh, my dove, thou art in the clefts of the rock, right? And that links in with Obadiah, right? They're proud in the clefts of the rock, right? Esau, right? We're also in the clefts of the rock, right? But we're the doves, the holy, the pure, the clean, the defileless, right? In the secret place, this is This is what you become when the Lord covers you and he gives you remission of sins. It's not something you're waiting for, like, oh, I'm not perfect right now. Because no, once the Lord forgives you and you have his spirit, you have his truth, then you're clean. There's nothing else needed for you. You have everything you have need of, which is Yahushai. All right. It says, in the secret places of the stairs, right? The secret places of the stairs. Remember, the Lord showed that vision where the ladder, the stairs going into heaven, angels coming up and down from it, right? In the secret places of the stairs. That's where in the secret places of the stairs. His hidden place, his secret place, the where wisdom is, climbing up, leveling up, right? Let me see thy countenance. Let me hear thy voice, for sweet is thy voice, and thy countenance is comely. So that's why us elect, the spirit in the world wants us to speak. It wants us to teach. It wants us to sing. It wants us to make mention of the Lord, because we're the only ones that's making mention of him all right. While everyone else is saying this contrary to sound doctrine, or they're saying that,
Get ready to bounce.
So this is Revelation 6 and verse 12. And I beheld, and when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair. See, it's a black sun. It's turning into a black sun. They call it, there's names for it. Like they call it the black star. It starts with an N. It starts with an N. Nibiru, right? Yeah, Nibiru. But this it is prophecy, man. It is truth. There's a lot of things that are prophecy, and only if you're in the spirit you'll be able to understand it. But if you're not, then you're going to speak contrarily against it. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna be like, no, that's not right. That's not true. This ain't that. This ain't this. But the Lord said, "My sheep hear my voice, and they follow me." We hear the Lord's voice, and we're following him. So it says, and the moon became as blood, right? All these blood moons. Says, and the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. See the figs. This figs is talking about the Lord. Remember, the Lord saw the tree and there was no fruits on it. He came back and there was still no fruit on it. He gave it time, right? And he cursed it. He said, let no fruit grow on here henceforth forever. And cursed it and withered away presently. That's these untimely figs. These untimely figs is that pouring out of the Lord's wrath. Is that untimely fig? Is that curse fig? Is that curse that go over all the earth? Is the curse of eternal damnation. You know what I'm saying? The nuclear fire, the lake of fire, the third world war. You know what I'm saying? That's them into untimely figs. They're not going to come in a time when you expect it. Oh, it's not going to happen. See, you even got guys that claim to be prophets and bishops and elders and apostles. They're literally over here saying that, oh, it's not yet. It's not yet. See, the Lord talked about not putting the day of the Lord off, but they're trying to put the day of the Lord off. You're supposed to be putting the day of the Lord on. Like, listen, I'm ready to go to right now. I ain't got nothing in my way. I ain't got nothing prioritized over the Lord coming back. Oh, it's not going to happen now. It's just the beginning of sorrows. This Iran's not going to do nothing. America's not going to do nothing. Russia ain't going to do nothing yet. It's just proxies. It's just this. Keep talking like that, because that's not the spirit of the Lord. The spirit of the Lord is hot. It's fire. It's now. Come now. Let's do this now. Let's get it done now. Come on. Present. The Lord's presence. He's making his presence felt. His presence known. That's why the sun is scorching people right now. All right. Verse 14. And the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, right? The mushroom cloud. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. It's going to be an earthquake. It's going to be... Listen. What's going to happen to this world is going to be like never before. It's going to shake to and fro like a drunkard. Islands are going to be moved. They're not going to be islands anymore. They're not going to be continent. Just like Pangea in the beginning of Genesis, when the whole earth was one body mass of land. All right, and now it's all divided in different continents. The Lord said He's going to create a new heaven and a new earth. So through this destruction that's coming and is inevitable, right? This is what's going to take place. All right, so this is Isaiah 24:23, and the moon shall be confounded and the sun ashamed, right? So the sun is ashamed. In a sense of, what is the sun supposed to do? It's supposed to give life. It's supposed to give vitamin D to the plants and the creation and people, and recharge you and make you feel good and make your mood happy, and all these characteristics of benefit, in making life, to bloom and stuff like that, right? But it says the sun is ashamed because, just like the Lord said, it repented Him that He had made man on the earth. And that's why He said He was going to destroy the whole earth and only save Noah and his house. So the same thing's happening now. The sun is ashamed. Like, wow, I'm giving life. I'm giving light to all this wickedness and all this corruption, all this sin, all this evil, right? That's what's going on. So it says, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem before His ancients gloriously. You say gloriously. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's ruling in us. Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars, right? And in the Israelites and in our nation too. Not just the stars above, right? But the stars here. It says, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity the sea and waves roaring. So we're seeing all these prophecies happen right now. It's not something that is afar off or hasn't happened yet. Acts 2:20, right? Black sun, Nibiru, right? The sun shall be turned into darkness. Heavy. And another thing about the sun and the moon is the sun and the moon dictates time. It tells time. It measures time. So this is why it's coming to an end, because time is coming to an end. The Lord is bringing a new age, man. And the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and notable day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Yea, men of Israel. You see, yea, men of Israel. I didn't say yea, men of all the world, of all nations. Edomites, Jebusites, Moabites. No. Come on, man. It says, ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of God among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which God did by Him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know. You see? And it goes into the account. So those of us that are covered by the Lord and the Lamb, right, this Passover now, we're very, very blessed, man. Revelation 7 and verse 15. And therefore are they before the throne of God and serve Him day and night in His temple, right? That's what we're doing. Matter of fact, and he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them, right? So the Lord is dwelling amongst us, where 2 or 3 is gathered. So the camp has to be clean. Your dwelling place, where you are, your mind, your body has to be clean. All right, and this is why the Lord said He's gonna let's go to His precept. In the Apocrypha, the Lord talked about He's gonna give an inheritance, right, to the elect. It's in Psalm 3:14. And blessed is the eunuch which with his hands hath wrought no iniquity, nor imagine wicked things against God, and before unto him shall be given the special gift of faith and an inheritance in the temple of the Lord, more acceptable to His mind. You see, an inheritance in the temple of the Lord, more acceptable to His mind. No ear has heard, no eye has seen. You know, and it's heavy because all these blessings and all these pleasures evermore, and all these riches and wealth and everything, you know, it's given just by serving and pleasing the Lord. Look at Solomon. Solomon didn't ask for, give me all the heathens and give me money and give me all the women. He didn't ask for that. He asked for wisdom that sitteth by His throne. Heavy. And that's what we have right now. It's keeping us stable. While everything else and everyone else is becoming more and more unstable, right? Because that wind is blowing. For glorious is the fruit of good labors, and the root, say heavy, the root, and the root of wisdom shall never fall away. You see that? Shall never fall away. It's always going to abide and remain. Rooted and grounded. Revelation 7:16. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst anymore, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. You see? It's not going to hurt us. It's going to actually empower us. Like, me personally, I'm not, but this whole sun and everything, like, I love this weather. I love this temperature. You know what I'm saying? I thrive in it. I thrive in anything because the Spirit of the Lord is upon us. But, you know what I'm saying? It says, for the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living waters of waters, fountains of waters, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. Right? He's not going to frustrate our patience. He's going to make good on all his words, all his prophecies. Revelation 8:12, it says, and the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. So as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. Right? Lord's shortening time. He's taking the time away. Even these instruments of time that he gave the world in the beginning are starting to turn off. Heavy. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, woe, woe. Right? The 3 world wars. This is the last one. You think it's going to go back to normal, or it's going to persist, or what's the word? It's going to linger and not get to the point. No, it's going to get to the point fast, man, the 3rd World War. Lord said he's not going to, though he said, though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come, And the day of the Lord, it's hastening, it's coming fast, not slow. A lot of you guys, you want the Lord to be slow, but he's not slow. It says to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels which are yet to sound. You see that heavy. So, Lord willing, he was edified. All praises, glory, honor, fear, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Baba Kakodash, Baba Bal, Shalom. And pray for a few days. Keep praying. Right? Endure to the end, the elect. The house of David, 144,000, man. Much love to y'all. Pray. Endure. And remember that first love. Shalom.
You'll fly, get ready to bounce.